Scotland, Forest of Galloway. Friends are already there, so we had to pop it into overdrive and blast through the border until we ended up at the lovely village of New Galloway. I was in love with this little village, and I feel like I could live there, especially here, with that view. I mean, look. It was so quiet and peaceful. It's apparently called a, what do they call it? A dark sky park, which means it's perfect for stargazing. We didn't do any of that. No, we went to a castle instead. We're gonna go look at a castle before the big day tomorrow. If you look closer, there's actually the castle right in there. So I followed my friends up the steps, through the grass, and I wanted to see if the forest was trying to retake the castle and if there was a bit of a stillness to this place. The forest is trying to retake the castle. There's a bit of a stillness to this place. I know it looks all fallen over and stuff, but if you're a fan of castles, you'll like this place. Hello. I was a big fan of the way the greenery kind of grew into the castle and became a part of it. I think that actually added to the look. As much as I wanted it to be like a fully functioning castle, that's not what it is, but still worth your time. Also, wildlife around it is pretty cool. The walk back into town at night was absolutely beautiful.
All right, well, we've got, I think, a 65% chance of rain.
We came to Scotland with a very specific project in mind, and this just happens to be a byproduct of that. So if you'd like to see what I'm talking about, make sure to subscribe and you'll see it pop up in your timeline. We have officially begun the hike up Merrick. It said Mighty Merrick at the trailhead. That sounds cool. We've left Sammy and Charlotte in the dust, I think. No, they're still there. It's a bit of a steep start, not too bad. I can tell I'm not in mountain shape like I used to be. But I also decided to pack a lot of weight. What a beautiful view right off the rip. Got the hiking crew ahead. Oh, and now they're hiding. Rocky terrain, rocky trail. About a quarter of the way in, we found a beautiful waterfall. It's one of those gradual trickling waterfalls, and it was stunning to say the least. I feel like the footage should do all the talking here, but unfortunately, when you record a waterfall, it sounds like white noise. Also, impromptu photo shoot of Lith. We got Lith on a waterfall. We're about a quarter of the way through, and we have found a nice opening and a little bit of a hut further ahead. You'll see more in a second. Slightly wet socks, but it's fine because they're wool. Imagine if this was your backyard, front yard. Absolutely beautiful. But behind it, or rather what I'm standing in, is this. Let me walk out and give you a proper reveal of what I'm looking at here. About an hour down the trail from Bruce's Stone, Robert the Bruce that is, there's this lodge. So let's get a better look at that. It's got inhabitants. Well, what did you find?
It's a house. Well, it was. This was the hut.
Really old.
People mentioned hut.
Yes, the hut on the hike. It's got a nice little fireplace, and right here you can see where somebody put a candle, and there's like remnants of wax right there.
A bird just flew in that window and flew back out the window and scared me.
Apparently the birds now live here. I think somebody's been here before. There's a little evidence of that. Fireplace. It reminds me of the, it reminds me a little bit of Hatcher Pass, where we've got the kind of mining huts or hiking huts where they just set it up where you can spend a night in if the weather turns or if you just want to. Pretty interesting. I wonder how long it's been here. Food. Cool. We as a group have decided that we want to move here. We're thinking of maybe building our castle up there. This can be our shed / guest house. We'll leave it as is. Getting some honey. At this point on the trail, there's not a single direction you can go where it isn't absolutely beautiful. And I felt like I was going to make the most of this while everyone else got something to eat and took care of themselves. I really genuinely do want to move here. I'm pretty sure that's not possible in a national park, but I mean, I've got to try. Got bit by some sort of flat gray fly. It's very annoying. But so far, it's been pretty easy. It's nice. It starts out a little steep. There's a lodge. We already took a break and got some of that B-roll. And it's just beautiful. It reminds me so much of home. We're in the mountain zone. So the start is the steepest bit.
Well, the first half, yeah.
But then it gets steep again towards the end, we found out. The entire thing is the same grade, basically. And then we took this, you'll see. All right, we stopped for a glorious piss break. And this is the site. Probably Charlotte's most scenic piss. Just keeps going. We are in a cloud.
Champion.
The Fellowship of the Bacon. We made it up, what's it called? Belly root? Bellatrix the Strange. Made it up Ben Larry. Blarney. Baloney. Ben Yellery. We made it up Ben Yellery. It's starting to get a little bit of rain. And it's chilly, so I've got another layer on. Don't be alarmed, I still have a torso, you just can't see. But there's a view of the other side of Belyarny. Ben Yellery. We've got, whoa, that much more to go. right, we have escaped from inside the cumulonimbus, or whatever kind of cloud we were in. And we're headed back. We're going to take a slightly different route on the return. Yeah, this would prove to be a very bad idea. I think it brings us... Well, originally what we were going to do was going to bring us back. It's going to bring us back and around next to the lakes, but I think we're doing a slightly different route.
Yeah.
Mainly because we had to escape the hail.
Yeah, we got a bit rained on and cold, and we were basically in a cloud, as you said. So we made our escape, but still managed to have our Dr. Peppers, which is
For Troy.
the most important thing.
Oh, what's this?
Mini landslide that happened.
Oh yeah.
Careful, because this part is steep.
Looks a lot like Monty Python, where the wizard
There are some who call me
Tim, or Tom, lives. So far, I'm glad we've decided to come this way for the descent. Mainly, we get to see more stuff and things, but then also, just seems like an easier trail.
Get the luxury of a road to walk on.
Yeah. We didn't get any of that. We didn't get luxury. That was it. That was the end, the beginning and the end of the luxury. It started there and it finished there. It was awful after this. It was miserable. Don't take that side of the trail. Don't go off the main route. Found a trail marker right after we were thinking we had it easy living on the road. We're right back onto this marshy, burnt ground. And on the marshy, burnt ground, we would stay for hours. But it did lead to this absolutely beautiful view. So, was it worth it? Maybe our faces will tell you the answer to that question. I just wanted to convey to you how we were feeling at the time. In hindsight, I absolutely loved that hike. After getting some lunch and air, we went to Greenan Castle, which is this one you see here, and then Culzean Castle. This was the absolute coolest thing I've ever seen. I love castles, and I've wanted to live in a castle if I, won like the Mega Billions or whatever. The statue at the top of this archway is the Kennedy clan motto, Avise le fin, which means consider the end. Culzean Castle was a major stronghold for the Kennedy clan in the lowlands of Scotland. Now on the lovely seaside backdrop, you can see Ailsa Craig. On some clear days, you can also see the Isle of Arran. Ailsa Craig was used for the Kennedy clan's smuggling activities. At this point, the exhaustion from hiking was really setting in, and at this point I decided to just get any beautiful shot I could find and share it with everybody. So, here you go.